Hi, welcome to my video. My name is Dominic, bar personality extraordinaire and blogger on opinionatedalchemist.com. In this video, I will show you how to prepare the best soda you could ever make yourself at home. First of all, what do you need? You need an electronic scale. You need some containers. You need a spoon, a whisk, or like a blender, which I have here. You need like a container where you mix everything up. I have here a cutting board, which you don't necessarily need, but it's nice to have. You need a soda device for sure, but you can also do it without. What kind of ingredients do you need? You need definitely some sugar. I have here some citric acid. I have some ice, I have water, and then you have some aroma. I have here vanilla because we do some cream sodas. Should we start? Let me walk you through what you have to do, and then we're doing it actually practically. So first of all, you have to measure your ingredients. It's very, very important that you measure your ingredients. Then you have to make a flavor syrup. You need some water for it, you need some flavor, and you need some water. Simple as that. So first of all, we do the syrup. So you need actually a little bit vanilla. I put already the vanilla in because at the end, aromas, interesting enough, are not really what you have to measure. It's a little bit, let's say half a spoon of vanilla syrup for about 1.2 liters of water. Then you have to put on your scale. I have already here measured about 2.4 grams of citric acid. That looks very little, but you have to be careful because this has to be quite exact, because otherwise your soda will not taste. You go on 0, then you have to measure the sugar. Sugar has to be from 100 grams to 120 grams. That looks like awful lot of sugar, but let's face it, soda is not very healthy. This 122 grams will be all right. Okay, like citric acid and the sugar comes into the container. Then you have to add some water. Now you don't have to measure the water now because you have here about 1.1 liter of water and the rest is ice. But if you want to do a soda without carbonation device, you have to keep the water as less as possible, because otherwise you don't have enough carbonation. And now we stop. So here you have the water, the sugar, the citric acid. Now my best trick out of the trade is to use this immersion blender. It's so simple and it's so quick. And we blend, Okay, done. Okay, that's enough blending. Now you take actually your soda maker, open it up, add this syrup into it. All sugar is dissolved, this is great. Now, to make a proper soda, you need very cold water. The easiest trick is add ice. Add ice to the carbonation device if it works, like the ISI cream whippers are working with ice. This is a specialty device. This works as well. So you add, you can use the nifty tongs. You add the ice into your maker. Okay. If you add ice, you have to make sure that you have the right ratio, because altogether you want to have 1 liter, or if you translate it, you can do a little, you can do more, but then you have to calculate how much sugar and how much citric acid you need. Okay, one more time. So you add now the water. That's just normal filtered water. The cool thing of this device is that it gives you a fill line. You might say, hey, it's metal. But if you add ice, you know exactly where until where it's filled. You have to be just very careful. You have to calculate. These are 1.2 liters and not 1 liter. So you have to calculate, maybe add a little bit more sugar and more citric acid. But it's also up to your taste. But as I said already before, you really have to keep the ratios. You can make a recipe, you can, if it's too sweet, you can reduce the sugar. But start with the basic recipe, 100 to 120 grams of sugar to 1 liter of water. 2% of the sugar has to be citric acid. If you add other acids, which you can do as well, malic acid, you can have phosphoric acid, which is a little bit dangerous, but you can still use it. You can use acid phosphate, which is also like a different type of acid. But then you have to add, change the ratios. Then you have to change the ratios. Okay. This is the CO2 cartridge. Don't never confuse it with cream chargers because they won't carbonate. 1 should be enough for the cold water. Stir it in, it makes and basically then you can shake it. I'm shaking it, I'm shaking it, I'm shaking it, I'm shaking it. It's about 1 minute you shake it, then you let it 1 minute rest. So that's enough. Now you have to degas it. The CO2 is settled. A good part of the CO2 is now carbonic acid in the water, so it doesn't go directly out. You have perfectly soda now. So you, there's always like a small hole in the carbonators. So I would probably add always like anything in front of it. Otherwise you might spray your kitchen or wherever you are with soda. You see, actually there's not much soda inside anymore. And that's it. Now you can open it. Be still careful because some ingredients are foaming. Vanilla is one thing of this because the more parts are in the soda, the more foam there will be. But it's perfect. And now you take a glass and you fill a glass and try. I have no glass now, I forgot the glass. So here we are, perfect soda, nice and fizzy, and I will show you in a nice B-roll how this looks like in a glass. So this is my first attempt to make any of a little bit more professional, amateurish video, how to make drinks. This was a very basic video, how to make soda. Hope you liked it. Please consider to subscribe, please consider to leave me a comment and let me know what you didn't like. I know the quality is not the best, but I'm working on that, trust me. You end up with this recipe, with a perfect, beautiful homemade soda, which doesn't need to hide against any other commercial sodas. I think it's much better than most sodas which you can find in the internet because it tastes like a commercial soda but just better. There are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors. I use natural vanilla essence. There is no conservatives and no high fructose corn syrup. So while soda is not exactly healthy, it is better than having commercial stuff. I had a lot of fun today to show you actually how to make it. Please also consider to visit me on opinionatedalchemist.com, which is my website. Thank you very much and cheers!